but if you upload it to your channel and
I'll do
connections,
that.
and obviously tag me in. So on a couple of occasions, I've gone out to the split screen so I'm can be seen. And then yeah, okay. What can we do then? Do you think it's worth having a French language Facebook group?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let me give you actually so I've sent you the logos in English. I that
Oh,
that
that's fine, because that's very, we understand it very well.
fine.
Yeah, because I mean, the logo, the Me Too logo was here also, was in France all over. So social Me Too, that's very, very clear for
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
That's really not the issue.
Okay, brilliant. So what I have done as well is last time I was talking to two of the ladies, Anasia and Gazelle, I thought, so this social Me Too has evolved from LinkedIn Me Too, and then it sort of, yeah, so it's changing all the time. But I've now bought the domain name socialmetoo.org. And I'm thinking, see, I don't know what it's like to be in France, but here I look at the BBC. So there's lots of other pieces of information, but if it breaks surface and hits the main news, then I look at it. And so you've got racial abuse of black football players. You've got abuse of people taking the knee. You've got reality TV stars and people in the public eye getting death threats, rape threats, murder threats daily. You've got female politicians and women in power getting that sort of horrific, you know, it's not just, so it gets to a point where it's not just people trying to scam people, just sending out thousands of messages, but it gets up to a level where people are threatened, people need police protection, and people are getting real world consequences.
We've got that here also.
Yeah, so that's a problem. Then you've got so there are lots and lots and lots and lots of different fights to try and get something from the social media companies. Now, I did a post. Let me find it. Hold on. Because when I was recording last night, I brought the panel's attention to this.
Okay.
So I don't know who Lizzo is really, but what's obviously she's well known, and the social media companies, Facebook and Instagram, removed abusive comments.
Well, yeah.
So that says to me, so social media companies won't do anything. They don't care. If you're blocking someone, and in fact, actually, last night, this lady said that she'd emailed LinkedIn because she had this abusive sexual videos and stuff, and they said it's not against our membership policy, or it's not against our user policy. They haven't breached any, and that's what happens when you're a woman on your own, or even a woman with 10. So what we need is we need several hundred, several thousand people.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then we can put leverage on the social media companies, because I think their power comes from the idea that they represent the world, and there's a lot we can do. So I did a post. You know, do you use Google in France, or have you got your own?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So how much of the internet do you think Google gets access to? 90%, 80%, 100%?
Oh, I would say 90%.
90%. After we finish, Google this, but I'll tell you what you're going to find. If you Google how much of the web does Google index, so it comes up in its search results, 4%.
Really?
Really? So you've got people that think when they search on Google, what they're finding is the truth. Whereas in reality, what you're finding is not even representative of the truth. If it was 50-50, the flip of a coin, that's pretty good. But less than 5%.
Oh, gosh, I'm so surprised.
And do it because, you know, the fact I Googled the answer, the irony is not lost on me. But yeah. So, and there's everything that leads down from the social media starts with the way boys are educated. Now, I am different because, so I wasn't picked up for 9 months in a children's home. I'm slightly odd in that behavior. I've got various behaviors, obsessive behaviors. When I went to the first year of secondary school, so I was 12, and I got in trouble for lifting up the girls' skirts or squeezing their bums. And yeah, but the thing is, the head teacher brought me in and he explained to me that perspective, the perspective of the victim. Now, it turns out, so I'm dyslexic and I experience the world from multiple perspectives all the time, and they all fold in on each other. So in my head, although I see the still world, perceptually, everything is fluid. So I took that lesson, and since that point, I haven't even stepped into a woman's personal space without her express consent. Now, the consequence of that maybe is that in 49 years, I've only been in relationships for 2 in total. Yeah. So I've swung back the other way because I realize now, and every day we see like the story of the BBC again, that a girl in secondary school, so 12 and above, is net. So I was doing that. They're now being asked for naked photos and semi-naked photos. And the trouble is that boys are asking for this expressly so they can share it amongst their friends, that they do it so they can brag. So a girl's image it's not, well, look, when we were young, it would have destroyed a person, a woman. And maybe it's less now because it's normalized.